The internet is spiraling again. This time over mice. Not a government, not a corporation, not a shadowy elite, mice. Hantavirus is trending, and if you've been online lately, you already know the internet did not take this news sitting down. Now, here's what nobody's actually talking about. This isn't really about the virus, it's about what happens when a world that already lost its trust in everything hears the word outbreak. Because after COVID, even mice become a conspiracy. Welcome back to Guts.Clout.Carnage. My name is Siphon. Get your coffee, get your water, stay hydrated, sit back because this one's worth hearing. So let's get the facts out of the way first. Hantavirus is real. It's not a brand new bioweapon engineered in a secret underground lab beneath a volcano guarded by anime villains in lab coats. Hantaviruses have been around for a long time. They're linked to rodents, specifically through exposure to droppings, urine, or contaminated dust. Not exactly the stuff of global domination. Now, before someone in the comments starts typing in full caps, bro, they're lying to you. This is all planned. Relax. Relax. We're not doing fan fiction journalism today, but here's the thing. The facts almost don't matter anymore, because what's actually spreading faster than any virus right now is the vibe, the atmosphere, the collective internet PTSD that activates the second a health headline starts trending. Humanity basically became that one traumatized anime character. You know the one, hears one suspicious sound, instantly reaches for their weapon. That's us now. Every single time. Now, here's what got to me. How fast people started joking about masks. Like, we didn't just spend 3 years arguing about them. But honestly, this isn't even new. Back in 1918, during the influenza pandemic, people were already arguing about masks. Some complied, some resisted, some thought the government wasn't doing enough, others thought authorities were overreaching. Sound familiar? Human beings have been having the exact same argument for over a century. The technology changes, the arguments don't. But COVID broke something psychologically. Before COVID, a random virus headline felt distant. After COVID, people read those headlines like a Power Ranger who just heard Zordon's alarm, except instead of teleporting to the command center, they're teleporting to their nearest pharmacy. Now add the fact that the virus is called Hantavirus, which honestly sounds less like a disease and more like the main villain in a Super Sentai show. Like somewhere in Japan, there's a 5-person color-coded team suiting up right now. You know, specifically getting ready to fight Hanta. The masked ranger of biological chaos. And the internet is playing the role of the panicking city in the background perfectly. Now let me be clear. I'm not saying there's a secret council of billionaires sitting in a dark room, stroking cats, planning the next virus like episode 47 of a 90s anime. I'm not saying that. But the internet has permanently entered conspiracy brain mode. No off switch, no cooldown period, because we live in a world where algorithms reward fear. Headlines spread faster than facts, and trust in institutions is at an all-time historic low. So the moment Hantavirus starts trending, the first question isn't, what is this? It's, what are they not telling us?
Oh shit, here we go again.
Once that question gets asked, everything becomes a clue. Every headline becomes a warning. A policy becomes control. Suddenly you're not reading the news anymore, you're decoding it. Like a sleep-deprived anime protagonist at 3 a.m. with a conspiracy board and way too much coffee. Did the governments mishandle information before? Yes. Do corporations exploit fear for profit? Also yes. But somewhere between those two truths, the rest of us are just trying to figure out what's actually real. And honestly, that's exhausting. Now, let's go hypothetical for a second. Because whenever a virus story drops, people instantly fast forward to the worst case scenario. Suddenly, everybody's an epidemiologist. People are rewatching Contagion like it's a training manual, side-eyeing strangers on the bus like they're the final boss NPC carrying the infection. But if something actually went global scale again, you already know exactly what happens. The internet fractures in real time. Half the population panic buys everything, the other half insists nothing is happening. Twitter becomes a digital asylum, TikTok turns into full survivalist theater. YouTube gets flooded with thumbnails that just say, they don't want you to know this, in red text, obviously. And somewhere in the middle of all that chaos, Regular people are just trying to figure out if they should go to work tomorrow. That's the terrifying part. Not necessarily the disease itself, it's how quickly social trust collapses. COVID showed us that, badly. So now, every health headline carries the ghost of that experience. People aren't just reacting to the news, they're reacting to the memory of what happened last time. Here's what this whole situation actually reminds me of. You know those arcs in anime where the population senses something is wrong before the main disaster even fully shows up? The tension builds slowly, rumors spread, authorities give just enough information to keep people calm, but not enough to actually answer anything. Half the characters are screaming, "Guys, calm down." The other half are already underground with canned beans and a conspiracy board that's us right now. Except instead of a looming supernatural threat, we're doing all of this over mice. But that's exactly the point. Because the internet isn't reacting to Hantavirus specifically. It's reacting to the pattern. The slow build, the partial information, the feeling that something bigger is coming and nobody's being straight with us. Sound familiar? It should, because we've been in this arc before. And dark humor, that's just how people survive it. Because if you don't laugh at how absurd modern information culture has become, you'll lose your mind doom scrolling. Guaranteed. So here's where I land on all of this. Hantavirus is real. The internet reaction to it says way more about us than the virus. People are exhausted. Distrust is at an all-time high. Everybody feels like they've been living through back-to-back historical events nobody signed up for. So now, every headline feels like the opening trailer of an arc humanity didn't ask to be in. I'm not here telling you civilization is ending tomorrow, but I am saying we have collectively entered a permanent state of psychological suspense, where mice can trend, masks become political, and a virus name that sounds like a Super Sentai villain, it can send the entire internet into a full-scale panic arc. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe we all just watched too much dystopian fiction. Or maybe we're all one mysterious government press conference away from becoming background characters in a survival anime. Nobody knows. But what I do know is this. The trust is gone, the pattern is visible, and the mice are not the problem. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think the internet overreacts to these stories now? Or after everything we've been through, is the suspicion completely justified? Because honestly, this is one of those conversations where both answers might be right. This is Guts.Clout.Carnage, my name is Siphon. Take care of yourselves, and peace.